What's going on, everybody? Good morning, and truly good morning. Because I'm shooting this video differently than I normally shoot. I normally shoot in the wee hours of the night while y'all still asleep. Well, at the shooting of this video, most of you are probably on your way to work. So, good morning, happy Friday. Hopefully by the time you see it, it will be Friday evening. Yeah, I've been trying to shoot it the last couple of nights, but your boy just been coming home and crashing, getting him some good night sleep, which is a much needed change. So before we get into this, I need a little something from you. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. And if it's okay, if you don't mind, some of y'all have been doing it, please sub to the channel and continue to check in. Man, I said something about Georgia not checking in, and they showed. Georgia showed up. Cali's been showing up. Chicago's been showing up. Man, who else has been showing up? Man, I need to start writing this down so I can give everybody. Washington, D.C.'s been showing up. Washington State has been showing up. Cali has been showing up big time for me. Much love for Cali, because Cali got love for track. Mississippi, Columbus, Mississippi has been showing up. There's a guy said he was from Columbus, and Columbus is really not that far from me. Maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, and it's a weird, because you know Alabama, Mississippi border, so you know they border the entire state. So Columbus is. I actually had an uncle, rest in peace, Uncle Charles, who was from Columbus. He was a Taylor. Charles Taylor was his name, but it's neither here nor there. Continue to check in with your boy. So this is a video that I could do probably 15 of, but I'm not. I'm only gonna do one, maybe two. I did 10 fragrances. It was either 10 fragrances or 7 fragrances in my collection that I would not rebuy. Well, this is, I think I picked out 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 that are absolute no-brainer rebuys. I would rebuy these 1,000 times and 1,000 times over, and I'll tell you why as I go through the fragrances. So no further ado, let's get right to it. From the house of Maison Margiela, our replica, it is Jazz Club. Why would I rebuy this fragrance? Because I like it. That's why. Because I like it. The reason I would rebuy this fragrance is one of those fragrances that outside of Fragcom, you don't really hear a lot of people talking about it. It's deep, it's rich, it's boozy. It's a good quality fragrance. It's a good quality fragrance. And here's the crazy part about it. You can get this niche fragrance or niche quality fragrance. It's hard to classify this as niche in its scent because it's not really bold, it's not really daring. It is a little bit different, but it's not really bold. To me, when I think niche, I think zoology, I think Amouage, I think 8 and Bob. I don't think companies that make sense that the average person would like. Not that people don't like zoology, 8 and Bob, and Amouage, because they do, but their scent profiles of most of their fragrances are not mass appealing. They're just not mass appealing fragrances. Good fragrances, and I have several Amouage fragrances, and I love them. They're just not mass appealing. But the reason I would rebuy this fragrance is very simple, man. It smells good. It smells good, and it smells of good quality. And if you shop right, you can get these fragrances fairly inexpensive. You can get these fragrances anywhere from $185 to $100, $125, $130 if you shop right. You may have to spend $150. I've paid more than that for some designer fragrances. Just what it is. I paid more than that for Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Le Parfum. I think it was $180. But I got some deals and some other incentives to bring that down. But it's a $180 fragrance, and so is YSL's Myself Le Parfum. That's $180. You could probably find 2 bottles of replica for that, especially if you didn't get the 100 ml. If you didn't get the big boy, but you know, to each his own. You have to move in this game the way that you can. and the way that the game allows you to move within it. That's just what you have to do. But yes, I would definitely buy this again for the reasons that I stated. For one, price versus performance for me is number one. It's number one. And how does that work in Trey's head? Simple. If I pay $10 for a fragrance and it smells better than a $10 fragrance, or you think a $10 fragrance would smell, and it performs better than you think a $10 fragrance would perform, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. If I buy a $10 fragrance and I get an hour and a half of projection, 4 hours of longevity, and it smells good, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm okay with that. Why? Because I paid $10 for it. So what do you expect? You know, it's $10. I'll get my $10 use out of it, and then I'll pass it along to somebody else. I have no problem with that. With a fragrance like this, again, you pay $80 to $100, maybe $120 for, and you get, in my opinion, every bit of that out of this fragrance. So for that reason, I would definitely buy this smoky, boozy, rich, sweet, dark fragrance again. I absolutely love it. From the house of Maison Margiela Replica, it is Jazz Club. This next one, 10 out of 10, recommend. Yes, sir. And I tell y'all all the time, like my boy Slim Thugger say, don't bore her, Dior her, and she'll act right. From the house of Dior, it is Dior Homme Parfum. You see that juice? You see that juice? See, we say words differently down here in Alabama. We either take syllables out and letters out and change it over. Like, you didn't know car started with a K, didn't you? Man, he got him a brand new car. K-A-H. Car. Ain't no C-R-R in it. Huh? This right here reminds me of liquor. And the reason that I like this fragrance is it's just grown man. It's just grown and sexy. Again, don't bore her, Dior her. If you let 100 people smell this fragrance, I think 80 to 90 of them are gonna like it. But that doesn't mean 80 to 90 of them are gonna wanna spray it on. And that, to me, is what I like. The same could be said for Jazz Club. Everybody's gonna like the way that their fragrance smells, but everybody's not gonna put it on. Some people just don't like it. Like, I've got a partner, he's older than I am. We call him Rico, Puerto Rico. See, I'm 48. Puerto Rico's at least 62, 63. And this is not his wheelhouse. His wheelhouse is the sweet stuff, fruity stuff. That's just what he likes. And a lot of older guys, you know, are liking it because the ladies like it. They get compliments on it. Now me, I like stuff like this. Now I like the fruity stuff too, but I like stuff like this right here. Deep, rich. To me, this just smells like money. That's what this smells like. To me, this smells like money. It smells like a man that's got himself together, knows what he wants, is not concerned with what everybody else is doing, and going down his own lane. Matter of fact, going down his own boulevard. We're going down Treyway Avenue with this. And when I put this on with a nice pair of jeans and a nice sweater, you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me I ain't clean. You cannot tell me I ain't the definition of smooth, the rebirth of slick, all of that. All of that. Snick too. Rebirth of snick, all of it. I'm all of that when I wear this. But a little bit of iris, sweet, leathery, but very toned down. You can tell it's a parfum concentration because it's not the loudest projector. Very, very subtle, very smooth, sits close to the skin, but smells amazing. You definitely get that iris mixed in with the little warm leather. Bingo. This is a winner right here. Layer this with some good JB butters. Woo! That's good. That's good. Don't bore her, Dior her. I'm telling you, Dior Homme Parfum. This next one is the complete opposite of those two fragrances that I just talked about. This is one that you would probably let 10 people smell, 8 of them are gonna like it, 8 of them are gonna wear it. And that's just that. From the house of Ralph Lauren, which is one of my favorite designers, you have Ralph Lauren Ralph Club Parfum. Still in search of that elixir, and I'll get it. I may end up getting the elixir today because I've got to go to Dillard's. So I may end up with the elixir today. But Ralph Lauren's Ralph Club Parfum. Not to be confused with the EDP, which the original is. This is the Parfum. This mass appealing, sweet, airy, simplistic, easy. I love this fragrance. I love this one and the EDP. The thing that frustrates me about this, and I'm going to try to say this in a way that people understand where I'm coming from. The thing that frustrates me about this fragrance, you slap a pretty crest on it, put it in a different bottle, put a major designer name behind it, much like YSL myself, which I have. As a matter of fact, it's down here. It's coming up next. Much like YSL myself, and people go crazy over it. Calvin Klein made 2 fragrances very, very similar to this in the same wheelhouse before YSL made it and before Ralph Lauren made it, and it went by with little fanfare. Nobody paid it much attention. Nobody still talks about it, and that's Eternity Aqua and Eternity Air. Eternity Air is a great, great fragrance. And if Eternity Air had been released by anybody not named Calvin Klein, it would be a staple in everybody's house, especially everybody's lineup, especially if you like this. Now, I'm not saying that this copied anything. I'm not saying anybody cloned anybody. I'm just simply saying, if you like that clean, simple, airy, minimalistic fragrance, you can get Air way cheaper than you can this, and way easier than you can this. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not preaching to you. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just simply saying, when it comes to the fragrances, be objective. And I just got a whiff of that Don't Bore Her and that Jazz Club, and it's smelling pretty right up in here right now, especially mixed with this. All of them smell good. Now, don't get it twisted. This smells amazing. This smells absolutely amazing. The first time I smelled Ralph Club, I was like, that's basic, boring. I had to come back to it. And then when I came back to it, I was like, I see why people love this. And every time I wear it, I get compliments. Every time I wear it, I get compliments. Just saying. But from the house of Ralph Lauren, it is Ralph Lauren's Ralph Club Parfum. Would definitely rebuy this. 10 out of 10, recommend it. Since I talked about this fragrance, let me put the ones that I've done over here so I don't get confused and double back on y'all. From the house of YSL, which is one of my favorite houses. This is one of my favorite houses. Yeah, I was just making sure I hadn't messed up and bought the same fragrance twice. From the house of YSL, it is YSL myself, which is an EDP concentration. And I got this fragrance in a bundle. Man, I'm trying to think of what I got with it. I can't even remember. But I bought 2 fragrances. And I think I paid $125 for both of the fragrances. I'll have to go back on Mercari and look. I paid $120. No, I paid less than that. But after shipping, I think I paid $95. But after shipping and everything, it came up to $121. And if you know anything, you'll go to the mall and pay $100 for this fragrance by itself. I can't remember what the other one was I bought. Dadgummit, I hate when that happens. But I bought 2. Burberry Hero EDP was the other one that I bought. YSL myself EDP and Burberry Hero EDP. Not the EDT and not the Parfum. I would love to buy the Burberry Hero Parfum as it smells really, really good, really sweet, nice fragrance. I'm not paying $200+ for that fragrance. I will wait for it to come down. It's just ridiculous. That I won't do. But YSL myself, EDP, I'm not saying it smells like Ralph Club, but I'm saying in the fragrance, what you have is just an easy to wear, mass appealing, slightly blue, fresh fragrance. Not the reinvention of the wheel, nothing crazy. Is this mass appealing? Yes. Yes, it is super mass appealing. I got several compliments when I wore this. But what do you get? To me, you get a fresh blue fragrance that goes right along the lines with the YSL Y line. This could have been one of the YSL Y fragrances and it would have been fine. This could have been YSL Y Cologne Intense is what they could have named this one. But by starting myself, they've started a whole nother buzz because I think the wheels kind of fell off the Y line. But I think Y is a great line. I love it. I think I'm missing one or two, but I don't know. I may look and I may purchase one of them today. I don't know. I don't know. But this is a really nice fragrance. It is a really nice fragrance, much like Ralph Club. You are not going to ever be told you smell bad with this on. And that is from any age, from 12 years all the way up to 112. It is the definition of mass appealing. Do you hear me? Mass appealing. I can't see anybody smelling this fragrance and not liking it. It smells good. It smells good. Now, some people may not like the EDP. I'm sorry, the P, because it's going to be a little bit deeper. But this one right here, I think everybody will like this one. Just a mass appealing fragrance. But I digress on that. But be careful because this is expensive. I got lucky and I trust Macari. Again, I dealt with a motivated seller. They've sent me several opportunities to purchase fragrances and I haven't yet. I may after the first of the year. I don't know. But they've made me some really good deals. And I've just been like, no, need to hold off. But anyway, from the house of YSL, it is YSL myself, the EDP. And as I just sit here, every time I move, I smell that Jazz Club. It is really kicking up. I can smell that Don't Bore Her, Dior Her as well. Just sprayed to myself, but it's in there. And so is the Ralph Club. The Ralph Club and the myself are definitely more chill. That Jazz Club, that bad boy is playing his trumpet, his saxophone heavy. You dig? He's heavy in it. All right, I got three more. From the house of Azzaro. I would buy this fragrance 1,000 times over, and every flanker that I have from this house, I would buy 1,000 times over. And I have Wanted. I have Wanted by Night. I have the Most Wanted. I have Wanted Parfum. I have Wanted Cologne. I have Wanted Tonic. Yeah, I think I got them all except for one. And that is the Most Wanted Perfume. That's the only one I do not have. And they're all good. They're all good in their own way and for their own different reasons. But this one is good. This is the one that started it all. I'll never forget my ex-wife coming home and she had smelled it at work in a magazine and said, I know what fragrance I want you to get. And I'm like, okay, what's up? And she said, Wanted. And I said, by Azzaro? I said, okay. I said, I love Azzaro. And I ended up getting it. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. The only problem with Wanted is this. This is one of those rare occasions where the flankers are in some cases better, but at least just as good. Azzaro did a great job, in my opinion, with the Wanted line. You can't put your hands on any of the Wanteds that don't smell good. Wanted Tonic and Wanted Cologne, you know, are different, but the rest, they're a little bit different from the rest of the line. They are more for spring and summer use. But the rest of the line, you talk about some date night approved, some fall weather approved, some cuddle, some deep, rich fragrances, and this is no exception. So for that, I would definitely buy anything from the Wanted line over and over and over again. I would buy each and every one of them over if I had to. No questions asked. No questions asked. From the House of Azzaro, it is Wanted. But I would definitely buy this one because it's inexpensive, it's easy to get your hands on, but it smells just as good. If you don't think this is a compliment puller, just try it. Just try it. It is a compliment puller. It's gonna pull you just as many compliments as the newest, latest, greatest from the house, from the line. I promise you it is. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you some compliments. From the House of Azzaro, it is Wanted. This next one I purchased over the summer, and I would buy this one 10 out of 10 times. I like it a lot. It's a little bit controversial right now because some people say that doesn't smell anything like Creed Aventus. And some people say, yup, another damn clone. Another damn clone. I'm so sick of them. Sick of them damn clones of Creed Aventus. I hear you. Azzaro's energy. Well, I like it. And I would buy this fragrance over and over and over again. Because of that little thing, price versus performance. Smells good to me. To me, it's a good smelling fragrance. It smells good. When it hits my skin, it instantly reminds me of Creed Aventus. Instantly. Instantly. And the beautiful thing about this fragrance, as well as Mont Blanc Legend Explorer, which I would buy again, Club de Nuit Man Intense, which I would buy 1,000 times over. Actually, I want, before probably the summer starts, I will probably look into buying more from the Club de Nuit line, from the Man Intense line, because there's several variations and I want them, so I'm gonna buy them. But this definitely reminds me of Creed Aventus. It's a little bit more citrusy than pineapple-y, if that makes any sense, but still, you're gonna be reminded of a toned down, to me it's like a mix between Aventus and Aventus Cologne. As you get that citrus that you get from, and that freshness that you get from Aventus Cologne, you get it in here with just a blast of, just a little pineapple, but a blast of citrus. I like the fragrance. I like it. If I'd never smelled Creed Aventus, I would like it. I would like it. And to me, if you put this in a Creed bottle and sprayed it, people would think, they would think it went along with the Creed line. Now, is it a high quality cologne? No, it doesn't smell of the same quality that you get from Creed Aventus, but you know, I paid, I think, $100 for this, and it's one of those fragrances that in a few years you'll be picking up at TJ Maxx and places like that for 40 bucks. I mean, no, it's not a high quality fragrance, but everything doesn't have to smell like the baboons gathered the nuts at night and smashed them into a paste and laid them out in the sun to be liquefied into a water collected by the gnomes of Georgia, you know, put into a bottle with virgin hands. Everything ain't gotta be like that. It don't gotta be. Some things just need to smell good. And if it smells good, my people, that's the objective. That is the whole objective, is to smell good. Does it matter, you know, what it costs, where it came from, how it got to the point that it got to, the process that it, you know, went through, you know? No, it doesn't. All you care about is, does it smell good, or does it get you compliments, and does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel confident as a man? Does it make you poke your chest out and stick their head up? If it does, then it works. Another one, JB Butters Pineapple or JB Butters Creative Ventus, I think would rock with this. Now I have the Creative Ventus and I've worn it with this, and it do rock. But from the house of Versace, it is Eros Energy, and to me that is a banging line. I have Eros, I have Eros EDP, I have Eros Parfum, I have Eros Flame, and I have Eros Energy, and I like them all. Eros Energy is vastly overlooked, and it is a beautiful fragrance, and I would definitely rebuy that in a heartbeat. This last one, but definitely not the least one, from the house of Paco Rabanne, and it is 1 million gold. And I would definitely rebuy that. You see that dark juice there? See that dark juice? I'm gonna try to find a spot to spray this. Ooh. That Don't Bore Her is coming to life. That boozy leatherness is coming up right about now, and that iris is kissing that leather, and they're having a good conversation right there. I promise you, if you spray this through the neck region of your body, it's definitely one of those types of fragrances that it's one of those in my circumference fragrances. But boy, if you wear that and you dress that right, that is beautiful. Stunning fragrance right there. All right. I gotta find some foreskin. No Diddy. I think I found the spot. I hit right there. Bam. Now, I like this one. I like this one. It's, to me, like 1 million cologne and what's the name of that 1 million? 1 million cologne, 1 million royal. What's the discontinued one? It must be behind me because I can't stretch my old stiff back there. It's a little bit more, to me, it's a little bit more fresh and a little bit more playful than the rest of the 1 million line. And I like that. I like that. It definitely reminds me a little bit of 1 million cologne. Oh my goodness. 1 million intense. That's the one I was trying to think of. It reminds me a little bit of 1 million cologne, 1 million intense. It kind of draws me a little bit to the Paco Rabanne Invictus line as well, which is a line I would definitely buy. It kind of draws me a little bit to that line as well. Just a good smelling fragrance. Fresh, playful, a little bit of a blue hue to it, a little bit of a fruity hue to it. I could see this being a unisex fragrance, and I could easily see a woman picking this up, wearing it, spraying it on. Any age can wear this fragrance if they can afford the ticket. But it's a really good smelling fragrance. I like it. I like it a lot, and I would buy this one 10 out of 10 times, as well as the rest of the 1 million line that I can get my hand on. The only 1 million that I was not really just a super fan of is the original. Wasn't really that crazy about the original. I mean, it was good and I liked it, but it was just so loud, so protruding. I mean, you know, I'm an oversprayer. I'm Trey. This is Frag Heads Anonymous. Hi, I'm Trey. I'm an oversprayer. Hi, Trey. I spray 10, 15 times sometimes, and then I respray. I'm an oversprayer. I've been telling y'all for 7 years we've been doing this, and I've been telling y'all pump fake. Y'all thought I forgot? I ain't. Sometimes you gotta hit them with that pump fake. Bam. But go long. When I do that right there, you take off. You stop. Then when I do that, you take off. I hit them. I hit them with the pump fake. I do. I ain't gonna lie. I do. So, and I say that to say with the original 1 million, you really can't pump fake. If you pump fake, you're gonna choke somebody out. But nonetheless, a good smelling fragrance. Again, is it the reinvention of the wheel? No, it's not. Is it a different take and a different play on the original 1 million line? I think so. And I think that's needed. Every flanker can't smell like the other flanker, or else there's no point in buying them. There has to be some variations. So basically what they do with these flankers is just really cash in on the success of another fragrance with putting just a little bit of that DNA in it. And it worked. Good smelling fragrance. I like it. I think it's a little bit fresher. I do think it lends itself more to warmer weather and daytime wear as well, which a lot of the 1 million line doesn't. I think that one, Cologne and Intense, kind of do lend itself to that. So yeah, with the Intense, it's hard to get, but I was fortunate enough to get my hands on the bottle. So thanks to my girls over there at Dillard's. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's 7 fragrances from my collection that I would easily rebuy again. I'm gonna end this video here because I've got a long day ahead, but a great day ahead. Looking so forward to this day. Thank you all for being the best part of this channel and spending some time with me. I'm gonna edit this and get it up as soon as I can. Don't know what time it will air, but happy Friday. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy your day and your life, whatever it is that you're doing, because life is really, really short. So whatever you're doing, make it the best, make it enjoyable, because today may be the last day that you get to do it. So enjoy yourself. I love you all, and may God bless you all. Until next time, guys, peace.